Hi there, my name's Brad Glover, and there's a funny thing there or whatever. Let's just get into it. we're doing bases, all right? We're doing bases. We're doing 3 bases. Let's do bases. Transition. Okay, so here we have the 3 bases that we're going to be painting today, and here's the 3 bases we're going to be painting them like. So here's one from my deep sea tower army. Do it sort of like that. Here's one from my Seraphon. It's going to be a sort of swampy base. And here from my Destruction Stormcast, we'll do a very bright desert base. So we're going to start with the tower base, and we're going to start with base coating it Celtic green. So to note as well, the base itself before I started painting it is literally just some slate and then just some sand. So you know, nothing too fancy. But for this next stage, what we're going to do is just literally dry brush it with Temple Guard blue. Get some out there. Wipe most of it off. And then we're just going to go over the top like that. Give it some definition. So for this next stage, what I've got here is the contrast paint warp lightning. I've just added lots and lots of water to it. It's like 90% water. So we're just going to take that, a healthy amount of that on there, and just all over the base. Yeah, you can see how watery that is. I don't normally like contrast paints, but you know, when you add enough water to them, they become somewhat usable. Yeah, and now we wait. Okay, next, so we got another glaze here that I've made from this pigment here, as you can see. So if you want to know how I make these, if you go to right here in the video, then you'll see that. But I mean, you'll see anyway if you watch all of them. So what we're going to do, we're just going to add some of this to some of the deeper areas. Don't want to put too much on, just like little patches, and just like, yeah, some of the deeper areas like in here. Just a bit more colour to the base. And finally, I've just got these tufts here. They're from Gamer's Grass, and they're, you know, beautiful, as you can see. So we're just going to take a couple of these and just pop them on top. To finish it off, add a bit more colour, vibrancy. There we go. So then you just paint the trim black, and there it is. So now moving on to the Seraphon base, we're going to start with painting just the rock itself with Scarlet green. So next we're going to paint all the flat barks here with dried bark. So now that that's done, we're going to get some Celtic green here, and we're going to thin it down so it's like a glaze. So once we've got that, we're just going to put it in all these gaps in the rock here. You don't have to be super neat, because you know, it's a base, you don't need to worry too much. It's not the end of the world. So once you've done that, we've got a lot of like big flat areas. We're just going to do some sort of wavy lines like that. Just give the rock some definition. Just like that. Again, you don't have to be like super neat or anything. And then, yeah, just sort of like that. Put one up here as well. And there you go. Next, we're going to do something fairly similar, but with Scarlet green again. But just on these flat swampy bits, we're just going to do some more wavy lines. Some dirty swamp water or whatever, who cares? A little more water. Get it nice and thin. Like that, there we go. Next we're going to get some grass tufts here, and we're just going to stick a couple on the base. Let's see, chuck on there. And that. Next we're going to get some Agrex Earthshade gloss, important the gloss part. And we're just going to put it all over the base, including the tufts. Sure to get those tufts all looking dirty. So we're nearly done on this one now. All we're going to do now is we're going to get these bits of grass that I've made. I'm going to do a separate video on how to make these, because it might be a bit too much to get into today. But if you're watching this now, it'll be up on wherever you're watching this. So yeah, we're just going to get a little bit of super glue here, and we're just going to pop it right sort of within the grass stuff there. Hopefully that stands up, there we go. And finally we're just going to add some gloss varnish here, just to all the watery bits. Just around here. So then you just paint the trim black, and there it is. Now moving on to the Stormcast base, we're going to base coat it with Evil Sun Scarlet. So this one is just literally a rock yet again, but just with some crackle paint around the bottom. So let's do that. So next what we're going to do is we're going to get some Troll Slayer orange here and some old case foam, just, you know, that I happen to have laying around. And we're just going to stipple that all over the base. So let's just take some of this. Yeah, we're just gonna stipple it all over. There'll be some parts that you can't get to, but you know, just do what you can. Yep, there we go. So now I'm gonna do the first glaze in the base, using this glaze I've made here from this pigment. If you want to see how I've done that, I mean, it's literally the next stage, so just wait a minute. So we're just going to take this, and we're just going to slap it all over. Yeah, look how bright and neon-y that is. Beautiful stuff. So to make the glazes that we're going to need to make this sort of neon-y looking base, we're going to need some of this stuff. So if you ever dealt with weathering powders, it's basically the same thing, but it's super bright, as you can see. So I got this one from Hera Models, but I get most of mine now from Green Stuff World, like this. You can get them, they last ages. Because what we'll be doing is putting it in like a pot of medium, just like bit by bit. We're going to add some, pour a little bit out first, so you've got space to actually add the powder in. So that's what we're going to do now. So what we're going to aim to do is basically get like I tend to use a sculpting tool, but you can use whatever you want, just to scoop little bits out at the time into there, and basically you just want to keep adding it until you're happy with it. I tend to add like quite a lot just because it makes it brighter, and it will go everywhere, so keep away from carpets especially. And once you've got it all in there, you're going to make sure you shake it like a lot. So the trick I use is because you don't want it to all get stuck in the lid, so I just slowly turn it upside down, and then I shake it from there, so that you don't get loads of little bits stuck in the lid. So now that that's all mixed together, we're just gonna slap it on. Let's hope we've got the right ratio, but there's only one way to find out. Yeah, that looks good. If not, we can always remix it and put another coat over. It's not the end of the world. Now that that's dry, we're just going to get these same tufts we used earlier on the towel base. I'm just gonna pop them wherever I see fit. Just like that. So then you just paint the trim black, and there it is. And there we are, some bases. So that was certainly some bases, wasn't it? So anyway, my next video, I don't know what I'm doing yet, so I don't know. But if you're watching this on YouTube, it will already be on Patreon. So you know, for anyone still wants to subscribe to that, you can feel free to do that. But anyway, until next time, I go. Hey, don't cut me off. I was still going on my thing and stuttering. Oh, bloody cheek. Cut me off. What are you doing?